What's up, everybody? My name is Maximilian Dier. I am in my backup studio today, so if there's any problems with the audio, let me know. But today, I am literally about to call a seller live, and we are really close to locking up a subject to deal. So you're going to watch me pitch a seller subject to live, but not just that. We got a crazy day today. Guys, I also have some PPL leads that I got from ISpeedToLead, and also my new source of PPL. Whoa, real estate bees. I got some leads. You may have just seen the addresses. I don't care because this is authentic. So I'm going to call PPL leads live. But first, we got to lock up this subject to deal. And guys, this lead didn't come from me. It came from my boy, Anthony. So I'm going to add Anthony to the stage here in a second once he gets his camera and audio ready. But I am so hyped for this. So I cannot reveal to you the address of this subject to property, guys, because it's not my deal, right? And I would feel awful if I put out an address out there and it was one of your guys' deal and someone stole your deal. You guys steal my deals, well, hey, that's my loss, right? But I will not let you steal someone else's deal. We're having people drop off. Is the audio working all right? Y'all can hear me all right? Just want to make sure. Cool. So I'll just keep rolling. If the audio is bad, well, hey, that's just my loss. So I'm going to pull up this subject to property that Anthony got. What's up? What's up, Pam? Thank you, Pam. And I'm going to add, okay, we got Anthony and Jay hopping in the stage here. So quickly, they just sent me a lead. Anthony, dude, just bought $5,000 of PPL. And what PPL is, guys, he's essentially paying a service who is running PPC leads. So there's a lot of way for us wholesalers to find motivated sellers. How do we find people who want to sell their houses off market? Well, we can call, right? We can just pull lists on the county website. Like, for example, hold on here, guys. This, which I'm about to add to the Discord really soon. You guys are going to love this. Shout out to Ty for setting this up. If you scroll down to county lists, these are literal county lists that Ty pulled. So these are code violation lists, for example, in Austin. These are people who have violated the city code for whatever reason. Maybe they have their grass is too tall. Maybe they left trash out front their house. But these are signs that they are in some sort of distress, and distress means motivation. And we call these people. That's one way. You can text them. You can go up to their door and knock on their door and be like, hey, you want to sell? But all this is a lot of work. And we should do that work because it pays well. But you can also pay someone, essentially, who is running ads on social media. They're saying, hey, I'll buy your house. Hey, I buy ugly houses. I'm sure you guys have seen those ads. And then once they get a lead, they'll sell you the lead. And that's what Anthony and Jay did here. So I'm going to add them to the chat. They're going to tell me about their deal, and we're going to see if we can lock it up. I'll let more of you guys jump into the live stream here. You guys are probably confused, like, Max, I thought the live streams were at 5:30. I'm moving them to 5. Moving them to 5. All right. What's up, guys? Let me add you to the stage. What's up, Anthony? Bro, never put a face to the name. What's up, bro? Hey, what's up, Jay? Can you hear me, man? Jay's still setting up. Hey, what's up, Jay? Hey, man. All right. Well, guys, feel free to introduce yourself while I pull up your guys' deal and just review it.
Yeah, my name is Anthony. Started wholesaling back in October. Started off with co-caller and myself, just with BatchLeads, I believe at the time. Through the Discord, learned everything I know pretty much now, and along with people like Ty and Jason. And here I am, just keep learning every day. Just got PPL, so I've been working that. And my buddy Jason here actually called this lady and got her to entertain a sub 2 potentially. So that's why we submitted it to you guys. See if there's actually a deal here.
Okay. Well, sounds great. And what's up with you, Jay? How long have you been wholesaling for, man?
Yeah, so I ended up contacting this homeowner. Her name's Loketa, and she's looking to move out the country. But yeah, it seems like it's pretty good deal as far as the numbers, but I'm not professional when it comes to seller finance. But I did end up asking her if she was interested in seller finance, and she's pretty easygoing. All it is that she wants to move out the country. She wants to get out the house with at least $25,000, $30,000. And yeah, that's when we ended up submitting the lead to your guys' team. Seems pretty solid, but
For sure. I'm going to pull it up right now. And just to get the clarification out of there, guys, this is a subject to deal. It's similar to seller financing. Seller's financing is when they don't have a loan and you're just paying them monthly. Subject to is it's like if you're paying a monthly, but you're paying the bank directly. So I'm going to pull this up right here. Good catch. So, what caught your eye on this deal? It was probably that, did you offer cash? And then it was just, she said no, like, hey, that's too low. I don't have a lot of equity. I can't afford to take that cash offer. Is that what happened?
So what ended up happening was that she ended up telling me that a lot of other companies would give her a low cash offer. So essentially what I end up structuring it as is that, what we do is that we do a market analysis to see, where could be a fair cash offer, give her the benefits of it, fast closing, we pay the closing costs, no commissions, don't have to list it on market, which she doesn't want to because she wants to sell it as soon as she can. But this house was built in, I believe in.
I'm pulling it up right now. I mean,
yeah, it's a pretty
2010.
It's a nice house. So guys, we're looking at like a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, giant, pretty much like a 3,500 square foot mansion in San Antonio. Now, it's going to seem crazy to you guys. Like, these homes aren't worth that much because welcome to Texas. Like, just everything's bigger in Texas. So like, you'd probably think if you're from California, like this is a $3 million house, you're probably talking, I don't know, I can look at the numbers, but like a $400,000 or $500,000 house, I'd imagine. And I'm going to pull up all the details here on XLeads, guys. That's usually where I pull up all my mortgage info on my sub-2 properties. So just give me a second. But, walk me through the numbers on what she wants for the house, how much debt does she have? Like, give me the numbers here. And we're going to go through together and see if this is a good sub-2 deal and how to structure a sub-2 deal, and then call her here in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. So as far as this one, she wanted to list it because she does have a realtor friend. So she was planning on listing it, but she didn't want to, but she wanted to list it for $400,000. Okay. So as far as that, like a cash offer most likely won't work. Ended up asking her for, if she's interested in kind of creative finances for a sub-2 deal. So she owes $330,000. So that's her loan balance. It's a VA loan.
Love that.
Her interest rate is 3.5%. And her mortgage payment is $2,400, and that's including taxes and insurance. And she pays about $2,400 per year for insurance. The only question I forgot to ask her about was the taxes. She did mention that as far as taxes, they're supposed to take it away due to disability. But it just hasn't kicked in yet.
Okay, so there's a few things. So I'm going to get to the taxes and the insurance later, especially the taxes, because guys, when you hear VA loan, they're a little bit different deals. A VA loan, you're putting no money down when you buy a house, and that's why they're the perfect sub-2 houses, because these people buy houses with no money down, and then 2, 3, 4 years later they try to sell. Well, they didn't put a down payment down, so they really don't have a lot of equity. So she bought a house for probably like $340,000. She got a $340,000 loan. Now she's only paid off $10,000 of that loan, and she said she was going to list it for $400,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's calling me? 1 second. Hello. Oh, hey, Jack Austin. I'm on a live stream right now, man. Do you mind if I call you back? All right. I appreciate you, Jack. I'll call you later. See ya. Dude, Jack Austin, I don't know if you guys know him, but he's like the #1 wholesaler in the United States.
Really?
Like New Western. Yeah, dude, Jack Austin's a legend.
Oh,
So it's actually really cool he called me. Dude is insane. We all hope to be Jack Austin one day. Here, I'll take a picture for Jack Austin. He'll find that hilarious.
He's like, oh, my bad.
He's like, oh, dude. Let me send him a picture. He'd love that. 1 sec, guys.
How you liking Enzo, Max?
Dude, I'm about to use it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I'm excited. Dude, I'm so hyped. I'm just so hyped to call people and they actually answer. So, guys, Enzo's a new dialer that Anthony uses that I'm trying out. It's 14 lines.
Yeah, it's been pretty good for us so far.
Sick. Okay, so Okay, so we got a couple questions here before I cover this. But you said she wants to sell for 400. Okay, so these are the numbers, guys. She's looking to get about 400 for the house, but the issue is she has $330,000 of debt. So right there's a lot of equity. Now I'm a little bit confused how she got that much equity if she bought the house. When she bought the house, she bought it in 2021. Oh, for 350. I think 400 is going to be overpriced. But you told me she doesn't actually want 400. She's willing to walk away with what? 20 grand? Like what's she willing to walk away with?
Around between 20 to 30,000 is what she wants to walk away with.
Okay. So guys, really the question you should ask when you're talking to these sellers is not what do you want to sell your house for? That's the wrong question. The question is, what do you want to walk away with? What do you want out of the sale of this property? Those are two very different questions. And she wants to sell it for 400, but frankly, she wants to walk with, you said 20 or 30.
Yeah, between theirs.
Yeah. So that's actually if she has 300 and I'm gonna pull it up right now. If she has exactly $330,000 of debt, she really wants 350 for the house. Two different questions. Don't ask what do you want to sell your house for? Ask what do you want to get out of the sale of your property? A couple questions here. It's can you still do a subject to if the loan is not assumable? Yeah, that's what a subject to is, man. You don't assume loans with a subject to. You just take over the payments. So VA loans, FHA loans, any loan goes. Some of them are more tricky than others. A VA loan is assumable, but we are not assuming the loan. VA loans are a little bit trickier to sub to on because they're supposed to be for veterans only. And then Enzo is a new dialer we're using. Okay, so I got the numbers here. Now, really the question is, what does it rent for and what's it actually worth? We know the rate is great. Okay, she wants 20 to 30 grand. That's about right. That's within 10% of the purchase price. So these numbers are making sense. But like what is the actual value of the house? So I'm going to comp it right now using Propelio. I wish I could show you guys, but I'm not going to because I don't want to share their deal. I'm looking at a similar house and I'm assuming the condition's really nice, right? I'm looking at a similar house, guys, that sold for $425. That's nice. I mean, if that one sold for $425, like that's all day, like great. This one's on the market for $480. This one's on the market for $477. This one's sold for $435. So it's like, yeah, the house is actually worth in the fours from what I can see. So dunk there. I'm gonna pull up your guys' pictures. I mean, I'm surprised she's willing to take 350. Like, what's the motivation? She's moving out of the country. That's it.
Yeah, So when I ended up asking her of why she's just not wanting to list it on market, and I told her that usually we're not a great fit because we're not paying out retail value. She had mentioned it to me that that she's actually not listing it for retail value, like she's listing it for less. And from what you're telling me is she really is. She's trying to list it for 400, which is definitely less than what she could get it for. And I asked her about the conditions of the home. It's a brand new house, or basically a newer house, newer build. And it's just basically just moving out all the stuff that she has. Like it's in really good conditions.
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, guys, moving out of the country is one of the best motivations. My last sub-2 deal I was working on was VA loan, moving out of the country. Dude was in the military, said he had to move out of the U.S., and he just needed this house gone. And the best thing about moving out of the U.S., and I don't know if you guys have thought of this yet, the issue with VA loans and sub-2ing them is you're going to be taking up part of their VA grants that they get. So that means they can't go and maybe buy another house or at least a third house or whatever with no money down. But the thing is, if she's moving out of the US, she does not care. Right. She doesn't plan on, right? So it's like the best. Who cares if your debt to income is higher? You're moving out of the US. Like you're done with the states. You're done with the banks. So it's a great motivation. Yeah. I mean, seems like there's instant. So like, what do I look at? Rate under 5%. Yeah. Right. Cash on cash return. We haven't looked at the rents yet, but how we look at the down payment seems to be around 10%. That's good. And then as far as instant equity, it seems like we have instant equity of 10%. So all my numbers are checking on this one. What's up, Lawrence? We're going over a sub-2 deal right now. Everything's looking good. I'm going to quickly check rents and then we should stop talking and give her a call. And there's a house next to yours that's for rent for $3,200, but it's not rented yet. There's not a lot of comps out here, man. There's one that's rented for $3,000. So yeah, it seems like the rents make sense. Now, the last thing I will say is you told me PITI was 2,400. That's going to skyrocket a lot because she may have disabilities on her taxes, from what I hear, which means her taxes have gone down. And she also has like homestead exemptions. So these taxes are going to go up pretty substantially for the new buyer. But long story short, before I call this person, is this could be a good sub 2 rental. I think this is a wrap.
Also, just thinking of also something to mention too that I forgot to mention was she did mention about solar panels, that she has solar panels. Yeah, that's the only thing that I forgot to mention.
Tell me about the solar panels.
She owes 19.
That's not too bad.
That was the one thing I forgot.
Oh man, you hurt me a little bit there. Okay. And she owes that. That's okay. So she owes 19. Do we know any of the terms on the solar panels? How long they're paid for? What the rate is?
No. As far as solar panels, that's the only thing that I'm not familiar with. As far as
okay, all right. It was a dunk deal. Now it's harder because we just lost $20,000 of equity. Solar panels are worth zero. If someone says, "Hey, I got a $60,000 solar panel lien," you can just say, "Hey, you just burned $60,000 of equity." It's one and the same. They're not worth anything. However, $20,000 is not bad. I've seen it much worse. I've seen it 80,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So let's just say, her equity that hurts, right? Because we're gonna have to take over that solar panel lien, or we're gonna have to pay it off.
Right.
Yeah, the solar panel sucks. So that just dropped. Your deal score was probably a solid 8 to a 9, and now it dropped to like a 6 to 7. But I think we can still make something work here for sure. Yeah, I think that's all the information I need to call her. In my head, if we can lock this up I'm going to try to get her at 20. So if she wants 20K, let's say you guys want to make 10, right? I don't know what you guys want to make, but let's just say you guys want to make 10. That's 30K. That keeps the entry fee pretty tight. The solar panels are going to really hurt your cash on cash return. I don't think you're going to have a cash flow now because of those solar panels. But I think the move is a wrap. So what you're going to do is you're going to buy this house with a 3.5% interest rate, and then you're going to resell it with seller financing to someone with low credit, not really good credentials. It's usually Hispanic buyers, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be a culture that doesn't like to use banks. It could be a guy going through a divorce, someone who cannot just go and get a loan from the bank easily. Also, a lease option may work on this one. I'll reach out to John Jackson. But the long story short is you're actually going to pawn those solar panels off on a new retail buyer who will think it's like a super cool experience that their house has solar panels. So then we're going to sell the house at like a rate of like 8, 9, 10%. And the difference between 3.5% to like 10%, that's called your spread. That's like 6.5% that you're going to make passive income profit, not doing anything. And when we sell the house, now you guys could do it as real estate investors, or you can just get paid and someone else can do it. You're going to ask for a down payment. So if the new buyer pays you, let's say a 10% down payment, let's say you sell the house for $400,000, that new buyer is going to pay you, let's say $40,000 down payment. Well, that $40,000, that covered your $30,000 you paid to her or $20,000 you paid to her and Anthony and Jay's assignment fee. So this new guy's in the deal, no money. And he's making, I don't know, probably $1,000, $1,500 a month, right? That's the wrap. And I think that's the best strategy for this deal. And I think you guys can wholesale it as a wrap.
Cool.
So let's.
I actually did not know about the wrap stuff until I saw your video about it.
Wraps are freaking game. So in Texas, many of your sub 2 deals are going to be wraps because Texas does not cash flow well right now because taxes are so high. So when a deal doesn't cash flow, the best option is to usually wrap it or do a lease option. And I honestly, I think wholesaling this as a wrap is a dunk. I think it's an actual dunk. So when you have a wrap, you want to have that instant equity. And I think you have it because I don't see why you couldn't sell this for like $400K as a wrap or more. Okay, cool. Let's stop talking. Let's go lock this up. It sounds I'm not saying it sounds too good to be true. It sounds good to be true. And I want to see if you guys are pulling my leg. So let's call her. All right. I think I got her number here. You gave it to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Her name is Laketa.
Yeah, Loquetta.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure I say that right. And then any story I should know going into this? Anthony called her, Jay called her. You guys are investors.
Yeah, just Jason called her.
Yeah, just Jason
where I had mentioned to her that, you know, I'm not so familiar with creative financing, but that that my partner is the one that's basically more experienced with that, just so that, you know, I'm able to show her more options if cash offer doesn't work.
Okay, cool. And yeah, and your cash offer was where? Like probably like 300 or something.
I didn't even anchor her for a
it
cash
didn't
offer.
even matter. Okay,
yeah,
cool. Let's rock this. All right. Let me call her. And then Jason called her. Sounds good. Loquetta. Hope I don't lose you guys $10,000.
Hello?
Hi, is this Loquetta?
Laquita, yes.
Oh, Laquita, I'm sorry. My partner Jason reached out to you.
Okay.
About your about your beautiful property you have.
Okay.
Well, wonderful. He said like, I don't know too much about like this whole creative finance thing, so that's usually where I come in. I talk to people like you about that. Well, wonderful.
All ears.
Well, I have to know first. You're moving out of the U.S. Where are you going? You're going to Africa? Where in Africa? Oh wow.
Yep.
That is.
I'm over this mess. Maybe I'll come back after crazy.
What kind of crazy are you?
It's too
leaving?
much crazy right now. It's too much instability.
Mm.
Look, I served this country for 25 years. I didn't do this for it to fall apart overnight and be disgusting. So I'll pass. I'm out.
Well, thank you for your service, and I completely understand. Wow.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
I'm
just
yeah.
So much unfortunateness going on right now. It's just disgusting. It's depressing. It's sad.
Yeah.
Just the amount of people losing their jobs and stuff is heart-wrenching. It's going to be a bunch of unemployment, and it's going to be foreclosures left and right because people can't pay their bills now because they don't have a job.
It's nuts. I mean, yeah, the economy
it doesn't help anything. I'm just confused. I didn't call. I know you didn't call the rent. Okay, but that's why I'm leaving. So yeah, I'm selling everything. They can have all the furniture and everything. I said I'll sell the furniture too. Everything in here except for my mattresses. It's hard to get good mattresses in Ghana from what I keep researching. Like really, really good ones.
Yeah. How are you going to ship those over? Do you put them
in a container?
In a container? Okay, so you'll send one container over.
Yes, with all my dishes. I mean, all my cooking because I like really expensive cookware. I will not part with it. I will take all of that. I will take my mattresses and clothes, a couple of personal effects, and that's it. Everything else can get sold.
Okay. Wow. Wow, Ghana. I've always said that if I ever needed to escape, I'd go to Switzerland because my family's Swiss. So.
Well, that's cool. So you'll be reconnecting with your heritage too.
Yeah. There you go. Do you have family there?
No, I do not. That's what all of my DNA is West African, pretty much. Okay. Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya was the only east side of the country that I had DNA from, but every other country is French speaking too, so I don't want to go somewhere at 50 and try to learn a new language. So at least I can communicate properly.
Yeah.
Going to that, you see what I'm saying? So that made a big impact too. So there's a lot of things, but safe as opposed to a lot of other African countries. I just want to be at peace at this point now. I don't want to be dealing with crazy. I don't want to be stressed out. I just want to relax, have my farm, enjoy my animals and my dogs, and be happy.
Well, Laquita, I think you're the really smart one here because you're selling me the dream. I don't know. Maybe I should go get a farm with some animals and just relax. It is crazy out here. I can get where you're coming from. It is crazy.
Retire just to go back to work to be know if your job's not stable. That's crazy, right?
I get you. Well, hopefully I can be the solution for you on this one. So
I hope so.
Yeah, so just so I understand, you know what? Actually, I think this is the best way to do it. Can you catch me up on your conversation with Jason? So if there's anything that maybe I can fill in the gaps, just want to know like where you understood where things were at.
So basically, he asked me what I needed to be happy getting. I told him the house paid off and probably $30,000 in my pocket. and he said he didn't think that they could do that financially, but it was other options that he thought that you might could do as far as taking over the creative financing end. He told me about taking over payments, or he said something else. He wasn't sure though. He said he didn't want to really get into the weeds because he wasn't expert at all, and he just get you to college. But that's pretty much what he told me. And basically just be writing me a check for that much, saying there was a down payment or whatever, and then just taking over. And I was letting them know I had a VA loan, and my interest rate was pretty low, so that could be a good selling point compared to what they are now, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no.
6.5 and more. Ugh.
I know.
Jesus, that's awful.
Yeah. That's pretty much what Jason talked to you about. I'm happy to fill in the gaps so that you understand exactly where things are at, answer any questions, concerns. And what's actually really coincidental is I just helped a veteran in Victoria. We did the exact same thing where we took over his loan, and he was actually moving out of the country because he was done with the United States too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was about a month
Imagine
ago.
that.
Yeah.
It's lots of people, though. It's not just us. It's not just me, and it's from everywhere, too. Mainly here, though. Oh, gosh. Mainly here. It's like an influx. People going everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So yeah, on this one, I understand that you said, you're looking to get $30,000 cash in your pocket. Jason did mention to me something. Is there solar panels on the property?
There is.
Okay. And do you have that information readily available? Like how much those cost, like what the rate is and all that mumbo jumbo?
I could probably find it.
Okay.
While we're talking. If
Yeah.
I dig through my phone.
Yeah. And if not, no worries. We can come back to
I think
that.
it's like a 2.5% interest rate, but I think I owe like 19 grand on it or something like that.
Okay. And that's probably paid over 30 years, I would imagine. But
I
okay.
think it's 20. I don't think it's 30.
20. Okay. Then I'll quickly.
I want to say it's 20. It could be a little bit.
I think your numbers
let's say
are
20.
okay. Let's say no 20. Let me just quickly run some numbers there. I just wanted to make sure I know everything because as a real estate investor, which I am, when I buy a property, just the most important thing to me is I just don't want to lose money on it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so that it's pretty simple. So I just need to make sure I factor in those monthly payments into my costs. So okay, so I'll probably have close to like $100 a month in the solar panels. But okay, and how are those working for you? They're dropping your utility prices
Great.
down? Nice.
Best thing I've done since I've been here, I promise. Oh my God. When you hear other people that don't have them around me, I'm so glad I did it because like the highest my bill has probably been was like 100 something. And that's when I've had a house full of people.
Wow.
For like weeks on end because it was just me and my husband at the time and the dogs and all of this house. But I can't stand to be hot, so my air never goes off. It's always at about 70 to 72 so. And Texas is awful as far as being hot. San Antonio, jeez.
Yeah, San Antonio especially. I don't know about Ghana though.
Oh, it's hot there too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that's what I said. They said, how you gonna survive in Ghana? The same way I survived in San Antonio. It don't reach 100 there. 97 is the highest I've seen and recorded.
Okay.
So we get 113 and 110 here. So stop, please. I'll be okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, then on this one now, I mean, I'm very interested in moving forward. So it seems like the most important thing for you is to get some cash to help you with your move. But timeline.
I'm gonna need to pay it. There is everything's cash. It's not.
Yeah.
We live on a credit society. They think we're rich over there.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, researched, But in all honesty, we are compared to how a lot of them live. The majority of them live. Like people that serve, they don't get tips. Supposedly, they get like a little service charge in there, but they get paid like equivalent to $40 a month for us.
Wow.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What? So looking at us, we are rich.
Absolutely. So okay, so we need to get you some. Yes.
They don't understand. We live on credit over here. They buy everything cash almost.
Yes. So we need to get you some cash in your pocket, but then also I'm just trying to figure out the most important things to you. Is it getting out of here as fast as possible? Like, what's your timeline?
I gave myself till like fall.
Okay, so you're not in an extreme rush. Like, if I could close on this.
There's a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? But to get this gone would be good in the the next couple of months, because then I can get rid of my truck because I don't need it anymore after I use it for what I need to. So that's a payment that's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess the reason I'm
start to
asking
make all
the reason I'm asking
moves
this is,
that I need to make.
sorry, the reason I'm asking is I don't want to have you abandoned, right? So if we buy the property, did you need time to stay there to get your things together, or do you have family you could stay with? Like, what's the situation? Just trying to figure out how fast I should
It depends
move.
on how fast you're trying to do it. That's my point. Like,
Okay.
the next few months would be great for me.
Okay. Sounds great. Yeah,
That'll
I
give me
move fast.
time, but if I know that's in place, then I'm good because I
Okay.
can start making plans. I can't start getting rid of my stuff and doing all that without the house being situated. You see what I'm saying? This has got to be my first step to know this is
Yes.
in the move and gone, so I can start making all my other moves.
Yes, I understand. And that's why I was asking, because I can move as fast or as slow as you need me. I can have it bought in 2 weeks, or we can take our time with it. So just wanted to let you know
We
that's
can
an
take
option.
our time with it, yeah.
Okay.
We can take our time with
Okay.
it. At least a few months. Give me time. I got to figure out storage situations, start selling stuff off since I know it's going to be gone now. I can open house, be like, hey, whatever you want, other than my clothes, you can buy it.
Okay.
Make an offer.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, and then speaking of offers, so in our situation, it looks like you have a loan of, so just to let you know, a tradition, when it comes to buying properties cash, it's just the amount usually comes in lower, and I'm sure you've experienced this with people just sending you these really low ball cash offers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I've got offers to pay it off with like maybe $4,000 or $5,000 on top. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, no, I won't do that.
Exactly. So
I'll list it and go the hard way before I do that. I'm like, no.
yes. So, in this situation, if we can come in and take over your loan of 330, give you cash on top, and then we'll pay all the agent commissions. Like, I'm a licensed agent, so I don't need an agent to represent me. I won't charge you for that. I'll pay all the closing costs. Those are probably like $5,000-$6,000, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll pay all those fees. So then whatever we agree on cash for you is not one of those hidden scammy things where it's like, oh, we're going to give you this much, and then it's going to be net. Like, that is your cash. So okay, perfect. And then I just need to get an idea of those solar panels. But I mean, I think I'm pretty much, ready to, at least. And the thing is, like, if I send you over an agreement, we can easily just put some verbiage in there where it's like, hey, we plan to close in 30 days, and then we'll give you 30 days after that to vacate the property or something. So then you can get your 60 days.
Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. So if I was able to send you over an agreement where we're taking over your loan, and I want to make sure I can answer any questions you have about taking over those loans. But if I was able to send you over an agreement to take over your loan, pay all those costs, and then get you probably like 30 days where you could stay in the property, like, really, like, what's the best that you could do for me in this situation?
You said the best that I could do for you?
Yeah, like, I guess, because the only thing is, I would have been like, you know what, let's do it. Let's get you your cash amount. These solar panels are throwing me a bit of a hurdle, because that's going to be hurting my cash flow. I'll just be completely honest. I think your taxes are lower because you're a veteran, but when I purchased
mine will be nothing. They're supposed to be nothing right now.
Exactly.
I get that fixed today. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So then when I buy the property, those taxes are going to go up a lot. And then when I go to rent it, I'm probably going to be breaking even right now on this property with these solar panels, which is fine. I don't mind breaking even on a beautiful house. I just can't afford to lose money. But if I'm going to be breaking even, it's sometimes hard to come out of pocket, the closing costs and all of that. And then also, like, usually like $30,000. So I'm essentially paying like $40,000 to break even. Is there a number that works for you? I know you said no to $5,000 cash. Is there something that does work for you?
I mean, I really can't do anything less than that.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at what I have to do on my end too.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense with you. I totally understand what you're saying, and if it can't happen, I'm prepared to list it too. But
yeah,
I wanted to listen and try to work out everything that I can be a fast option, because listing could be months and be much longer. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have that 90-day I can be out of here, and if I really wanted to be that fast. So that's kind of why I was looking into this investor route too. But I understand if you can't do it. And that's totally understandable. I know you're in it because you have to make money too, but I just can't give it away at the same time because I have to set myself up to not fail at the same time.
No, and I don't want you to give it away, and I don't want you to feel as if you're giving it away. I want you to be very happy with the offer we provide. I just need to make sure that it pencils, especially if we're gonna, get you to stay there and accommodate your stay. I want to make sure when I send you this agreement, you're like, yeah, you're excited to sign it.
But I'm just saying, accommodate my stay. I would still pay rent
Okay.
or whatever, pay the mortgage. I wouldn't expect you to do that.
Okay.
And just let me stay here. I'm not unreasonable. Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, sounds good. And then one question I did have is, I know you said you're just going to leave all your furniture and leave everything. I think the house is in really great condition. Is there anything that I missed, like I should know about that may need to be fixed up?
No, there's nothing wrong with this house.
You take really good care
of it. I have a cleaning lady. Once all my stuff, she'll come in here, clean it top to bottom. It'll be ready to roll.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to really think. Not anything I can think of. No holes in the walls other than where the TVs are, but the TVs are there. And if the people want the house with the TVs, hey, they can pay me for it. Well, it's not people, it's you guys. Because that's what I was saying with when I was going to list it. I was telling my real estate agent, I'm like, look, we can make it where they can buy it as is. Because everybody comes in here and is like, oh my God, it's so beautiful in here. And I'm like, hey, maybe I should just leave it as is. And hey, y'all pay for all this stuff and just take it. Because
I think you guys are good with 30. I think it pencils.
Sounds good.
Bedroom sets, everything.
Worst case, after I see the house, if it's in bad condition, we can come down, but I think it's going to be nice.
Everything else is in this house. It can be furnished, fully furnished and ready to roll.
Okay. Well, I really, I trust what you're saying. If it's,
I have no problem with somebody coming to inspect, coming through, looking through everything. I have no problem with that.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do, and again, I think I really do believe what you're saying. So I think I'm going to move forward with what you're asking and your numbers. Now, what I'm going to do on my side is I'm just going to have a short inspection period where I can just have my contractors just walk the property, make sure everything, all the bones and stuff are good. But then, after that, I'll be, then we can, then I'll be ready to move forward on the process after that. But in the meantime, I think the numbers make sense to me. I think you do take really good care of the house, and I think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised when we finally see it.
I think you will too. And I think when you see it the way it's furnished, you'll love it like that and be like, oh yeah, somebody gonna want this just like this.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay. So, if I was able to draft you a simple agreement where it just says, hey, you know what, Max is just going to take over your loan. He's going to pay you $30,000 when the property closes, when we decide that closing date is. You're going to have a month to stay in the property, and you'll pretty much just cover what the mortgage is. And and then the solar panels, I just need a little bit more, if you can send me over that information.
I will find it.
If I was able to
I
send...
have to call them and get it.
Wonderful. If I was able to send you over that agreement tonight, is that something that you would feel comfortable signing, or is there more questions I need to answer?
Okay, taking over the loan, how does that work? Are you actually refinancing it and it's going away from me altogether, or is it staying in my name and you guys are just, or how does that work? That's what I'm trying to make sure of too, so I know.
Wonderful question. So how it works is the loan will stay in your name. It's just that I hire a third-party licensed service company, and this company, they're licensed in all 50 states. They essentially just take money out of Max's bank account every single month. They go into your mortgage, and they just pay your mortgage. And it just happens automatically on the first.
Okay.
And, we do it hundreds, if not thousands of times a year all over the U.S., and it's just like if you were making the payments, except you're not making the payments. I'm making the payments from the money I get from my tenants.
So if it's staying in my name, then my benefits would stay with it too, right?
Yes, your benefits will remain, but
So you won't have taxes because I have 100% disabled. So
those
that's a lot of money you'll be saving.
Those are unfortunate.
Staying in my name.
I wish that was the case. The government is unfortunately very smart when it comes to them receiving money, and they will start to tax me the full amount here shortly.
If it's in my name, how is
Because the loan will remain in your name, but the ownership of the property will move over to my name, and all they care about is how they make the most money. And they'll be like,
I
"Oh,
got you.
the ownership is in this guy, and this
I
guy
got
is
you.
not
The ownership's
100%
changing
disabled."
places. I got you. Enough said. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. The government wants their money; they'll get it.
I was about to say that'd be a good deal for you because
Oh,
you
that would
won't
be
have any
wonderful.
taxes.
I wish. No, but that's exactly how that works.
Okay.
Now, it usually I would, walk through like, hey, these could be the concerns you may have, but it seems like if you're moving out of the U.S. and you're done with this place, you don't really care about your
Yeah,
benefits, right,
because
or
I
any of
wouldn't be
that.
able to get another house because I still have this one on my credit.
And you could,
Basically.
you could. It's just that amount of benefit would lower from your total benefits, if you
Oh
understand what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I couldn't get another VA. This is two houses. I have another house in Florida. My mom lives in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get nothing. They like, girl, you got too much stuff on your credit.
No, luckily they don't use credit in Ghana. They're cash people.
Yeah, and that's a great thing actually, because I'll be done doing my whole thing within a year.
Wow.
Building all that stuff. Yep.
Wow.
I'm
Well,
gonna rent for the year while I'm building.
I know there's this new big development going on in Ghana. Is that where you're moving to, or where exactly?
No, there's a lot of them. No, I don't want to be in a Pan-African village. No.
Okay. You want to be in the
And I don't want
farms.
to be in a high rise. I told you I want a farm.
Yeah.
I need at least an acre
Well, that sounds
and,
good.
and comfortably not in Accra. I do not want to be in the capital, nor do I want to be in Kumasi, which is the second biggest. Neither one of those. I need to be on the outskirts. I like being on the outskirts. So I
Okay.
can be self-sustainable. That's really what I want to do. I want to live off of my land. I'm gonna get solar, borehole, all of that stuff. I'm researching all of this stuff in advance. All the issues I see other people having, I'm documenting it and fixing it in my brain and coming prepared.
Oh, you may want to stop talking to me about this because I'm getting jealous. I may not want to buy this house and get my own farm now. This sounds good. You're selling me out of buying this house.
You can come and invest down there. If you're talking about a return on your investment, oh my God.
Wow.
Get on YouTube and watch some of these investors who've come from here. Just building these mega everything villages, little Wakandas. This one guy has this thing called Shark Island. He's a prior Marine as well.
We got this locked up. Now I'm just talking to her and hanging out.
There, so
Part of
he
the
has those
process.
little resort
Becoming her
things. He's
friend.
got all these little race car speedboat things. It's really
I'm gonna have to shoot her the contract here in a little bit. My sub 2 contract's like 35 pages though, so it takes me forever to write it out. Wow.
Absolutely. I'm 100% serious. If you have money to invest and can invest somewhere, because you don't have to be, you can invest and not live there. Most of the places you can buy land, period, and just, but if you want to build or buy something that's already there or invest in some of the things that are invested in, you don't have to have anything really. You can just invest. So that's something for you to look into for real.
I will look into it.
A lot of money rolling around in Africa right now.
Well, let me focus on helping you first, and then I'm gonna look into that. So what I'm gonna do on my side right now is I'm just going to draft up an agreement using the same paperwork that all realtors would use, the simple trek document that you bought your house with, the standard documents, and just gonna have that verbiage of exactly what we talked about. That I'm just gonna take over that loan of $330,000. We're gonna give you $30,000 here in a few weeks. Whenever we close, you'll have an additional probably like 30 days to remain in the property. But if you need more time, we can add that in. That's no problem. And then I'll also just include that we're going to take over those solar panel payments as well. And then you can just send me that information at your convenience.
Okay, I got it. I'm going to dig and find it. I'll have it.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to get this all written up, and I should have it to you here, I don't know, a little bit later. I'm going to go hang out with my dad a little bit, talk to him, and then I'll get it sent over to you.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, sounds great. I mean, do you have a good email I can send this over to you at?
Uh-huh.
I think I spelled that whole. I think I spelled that whole email wrong. I'm gonna need you to text.
Okay, I got you.
Can you, if you could text it to me right now, just before we jump off the phone, I want to make sure I have it right, and then I'm gonna send you over. I can tell you were in the military because, yeah, those
I
words.
do that because people always confuse my P's and T's a lot of times, or P's and B's. So I phonetically spell it out. And that way,
You know what? I think I actually just. Okay, you know what? Give it to me. Give it to me one more time. I think I know what I made my mistake on. I was so tired that literally what I did was I literally wrote out on Gmail X-ray, Echo, Sierra, Papa. I didn't write out the yeah.
Oh my God.
My bad. I haven't had enough coffee today. Okay, yeah, that's my fault. I was like, well, that's the craziest email ever. Okay,
Oh my God.
no, it's very simple. Okay, my fault.
Whoa.
Okay. We're good now.
That's long enough. That's why I like try to spell it out. I'm like, whoa. Jeez, if you had to phonetically spell it out. Oh my goodness.
Well, wonderful. Well, I'll get you sent this over here very shortly. Do you have any other questions for me in the meantime?
I don't at this moment, but if anything pops in my brain, then I will definitely let you know. What's your name again?
My name is Max.
Max. Okay, not Alex. My neighbor has another investor guy that was trying to get his house. His name's Alex. That's who I was gonna be calling next if we didn't work out.
Don't call Alex. I'm gonna take good care of you. No need to call
We're
Alex.
good now, but I'm just saying. I told him he gave me his information. It sounded familiar because you said Max, and I'm like, is this the same person? Like, that's why I was asking what was your name again to make sure it wasn't his guy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get this drafted up and sent to you, and then I'll just touch base with you this afternoon just to make sure everything looks good on the document.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice.
Hey.
Yo, what's up, bro? Sorry, guys.
Oh,
that one took longer than I thought, but you want to build a nice relationship so they don't send it out to Alex. Oh, my bad.
That was dope.
All right. Any questions on that call, guys?
Yeah, it's a lot of information you have to know at your fingertips for a deal like that.
You guys will get there. You guys did a great job. Congrats.
Just build it. Hey, we got one more for you cooking up tomorrow. Let you know.
Jeez, you guys are making me work. I gotta get this contract.
Yo, Max, that
What's
was
up?
solid.
That was a good call. RJ,
Yeah, it was really good.
Now we got to get this contract drafted. So let's talk sub 2 contracts here real quick. Light 40-minute call. Just light work. Light work. Yeah, you usually don't take that long on your calls, guys, unless you're locking up a deal. If you're locking up a deal, it's worth it. If you're not, next call. I would usually do the contract live, but I literally cannot multitask that many things at once. Sub 2 contracts, mine are like 35 pages, but what I'm going to do is just throw her on a simple TREC agreement, the simple standard agent 1-4. And then all I'm going to do in the special provisions section is just say, hey, this is a wraparound mortgage. This is a subject to offering. We're just going to take over your loan. I'm just going to throw it all in the special provisions. Once she signs, we're good. And then we're going to resend her later on. Once we know that we actually have a good deal, everything checks out. We've done, maybe we've figured out what we're going to do with the property next. I mean, shoot, maybe I'll buy this. I don't know. Then we would throw her into like the 35 pager. We just don't want to scare her with the 35 pager right now.
Right.
Makes sense? You just want to give her the standard document.
Definitely makes sense.
Cool. This is literally what this is literally what Scott Horn does. This is what the Kesh Nerd Group does, or Keshker, I think I said that right. This is what a lot of the title and attorneys do. So yeah, I'll just get this drafted up now. We'll need to talk off air about how we're going to go about this whole deal, because I don't want to steal your guys' deal. So I'm not going to send a contract and steal your guys' deal. So we'll talk about all that. But yeah, I think this is a wrap, guys. Not just like, hey, it's a wrap, but like, this is a wrap deal.
That was dope.
The solar panels scare me, but I think we're still good. If you buy it at 330, you give her 30, and it's 30. If I get out to the house and it's not like, if it's genuinely gorgeous, perfect. Like, I think she deserves 30, because we're not in the business of scamming people. But
Right.
if it's not that nice of a house, 20 is really going to need to be your number. But if it's a nice house, I think she can get her 30. I really do. That's the beauty of subject to, is we can give $30,000 more, 10% more than these cash offer guys, right? So, and then that solar panel at 20, your payments are only $75 a month, so it's not terrible. And if you pawn that off onto a retail buyer, they'll actually see that as a benefit. Whereas an investor like me sees it as a negative. A buyer will be like, "Wow, I only pay $75 a month and I get free electricity. Sick." So, I think it's good, guys. Now you guys are just gonna have to decide how you guys want to get paid. If you want to be structured into the deal as an equity partners, we'll have to talk about that.
Right.
Cool. What's up with the new setup? I'm at my dad's house, so this is my backup studio. Chilling with the old man. What kind of PPL? Hey, what kind of lead was this? It was PPL, right?
I was about to mention, this is actually an exclusive lead from ISpeed.
All right. Shout out iSpeed. I mean, you just invested $5K. We got to get you a deal.
Yeah. I'm finding a lot of them are potential novations.
This one would have been a dunk novation if she didn't have a realtor. If she didn't have a realtor, I would have been like, "Ma'am, let's just list your house. I'm the best." I don't know why I got a southern accent, but anyway, I'm the best realtor in all of the United States, and I got contracts. We're gonna fix up your house. We're gonna list it. We're gonna make it beautiful, and we're gonna pay you all your money you want. Like, yeah, dude, novation the crap out of all these.
Got me thinking to switch all my marketing to your market.
I'll make some videos on novations for you guys, but yeah, they're good. Now the issue on your guys' side is a novation. You usually have to have that delayed gratification where you're waiting a couple, 2, 3, 4 months to get your payment. Right. Everything has a cost. I live in Lee County, Florida, which is one of the worst markets in the U.S. right now. Oh, I did not know that. Why is that the worst market in the U.S.? Like prices are going down?
Florida is tough.
Oh yeah, dude. Florida's in such a freaking bubble. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Dallas is still holding strong and Texas is still holding strong other than Austin, but there's still deals being done and there's still investors. You just got to buy cheaper. In Florida, I would imagine it's just that. I do have concerns though, guys. Like if the market continues to get worse in Florida, like you start to see go from a 10% correction to a 20, 30, 40% correction, which people say is impossible, but I think is actually very plausible. Wholesaling will get a little bit harder. You're going to have more sellers, but you're going to have less buyers, right? So you're going to be able to buy properties easier. You're not going to be able to sell them as easily. So you're just going to have to really just buy cheaper, Mark. If there's still investor activity though, bro, you're good. And then at some point, Mark, you need to answer the question, if you're buying these so cheap, at what point does it just make sense to go get a hard money loan and start to just acquire these yourself, or go get a FHA loan, or like go sub 2 and seller finance these and become an investor? Like there's a scale at which, and what I do personally, guys, just so you know, is I wholesale at the top of the market, which is now, and then I buy at the bottom of the market. So I make money selling deals to other people when the prices are high, and then I buy them myself when the prices are low. Oh my God, they're coming, dude. I'm not saying thank God, but like Florida got so stupid, like it needs to come down. I would not be, Florida in 2008 came down like 50, 60% or something. I would not be surprised if we saw a 30% correction in Florida all around. I think Texas needs at least a 10 to 20. Join the Discord. You guys are just chilling here. I don't even know. You guys are just fat chilling. Yeah, let's get on after I wrap up this live stream. We'll quickly get on a call, guys, and then we'll send this lady a contract ASAP. And if you guys need guidance on sub 2, obviously I got you. Here you go. Join the Discord, my man. Cool. Other than that, that took up most of the live stream. I was gonna call PPL leads, but I'm pretty tired.
That was.
You guys got some other leads?
I do. I have one more. But he said that he wants to talk with his wife tonight. I feel like we kind of dropped the ball on it. We didn't ask him up front. But it's one of them we sent you. It's the 230.
Wait, hold on. Skylar just sold the deal I was working on. Let's get Skylar. Skylar, get on the live stream, bro. Can you not? We're gonna have like a 4-way live. Get on this, Skylar. Here, I'll call you if you want. Hold on, then we'll check your guys' deal.
I'll actually.
Bruh, you can't tell me you sold the deal. I don't even think. Am I getting paid on this deal, Skylar?
Live stream. We
Yeah.
sold it. You're not even looking at your text.
Yeah, because I was locking up a sub 2 deal. Jeez. Anyways, you sold it. Jack Austin sold it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go, Jack. Jack just called me. I'll be like, let's go, bro. Jack's famous.
Did you really?
Yeah, he actually, it was funny enough. He probably called me about this. But anyways, all right, cool, man. What'd you sell it for?
110.
Oh!
So that's good.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting paid.
That's good. Yeah, we sold it. So.
You sold at 110?
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, 10K fee. Oh.
Did you not get your price reduction?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's gonna be like a 25 pop, ended up being a 10 pop. It's split.
Oh, okay. I thought you got the price. I did. I think you're better off not getting. The guy is such a good guy. I think that's a good deal for everyone. Okay. So yeah, Skylar was, guys, there was a house in Garland. Skylar was going to do a price drop to 90, renegotiate, but we ended up finding a buyer, honestly, like $10,000-$20,000 more than we thought we were going to get. So he's just going to accept the fact that he only made $10,000. I'm sorry, Skylar, you only made $10,000, buddy.
Doesn't pay the bills, but it'll be alright.
Yeah, it doesn't pay the-
Go out to a fancy dinner or something.
Yeah, I think you got to take me out. I don't think I made it.
Honestly, I'd be down to just take that 10K and let's just go to dinner Friday and spend it.
Okay, this is why. Okay, all right. This is why you're broke, dude. Okay, well, hey, congratulations on the deal, Skylar. Everyone's giving you congrats in the chat, even though no one said congrats. Good job, buddy.
Good job. Congrats.
Good job on the 10K win, dude. And then I'm happy. Genuinely, I'm really happy we helped that guy because that house was never gonna sell.
Yeah, it's a fucking shitty ass house, bro.
The investors should make money. ARV 250, 70K rehab, let's say 60K rehab. He'll probably walk away with 225 minus 100 and yeah. Dude, yeah, he's gonna make 60K in profit, the buyer. So everyone's winning on this one.
Yeah.
The buyer's gonna make a fat 60. So that's an absolute dub. Okay, congrats, buddy, on your first ever deal, Skylar.
Appreciate it, bro. Just one of many, bro. This is not my first deal. I guess first direct to seller deal.
Yeah, that was your first DTS. All right.
Sweet.
Well, we'll go celebrate.
All right, I'm down. Let's shoot dinner Friday. I'm 100% down.
Do I have to buy it?
It's on the company, bro.
Oh, it's on a company. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right, man.
All right.
I'll join the live stream in a sec.
All right. See you, buddy.
All right, man.
I love that. The seller got his price. Skylar made 10K. Kylie made money in the chat here. I think I got screwed. And then the buyer is going to make a fortune. And then my man Jack Austin, I guess, sold it. Now, what Jack Austin sold it for? I don't know. Did Jack Austin sell it for 150 and make 40K? Like, I don't know, and I don't really care. As long as everyone else made their money. I'm sure Jack didn't make a fortune either. So, sick. All right. We gotta call Jack Austin. Be like, Jack Austin. Sold your deal. But I'll call him later. I'll text him right now. All right, we'll text him and be like, yo. I'll be, hey, congrats on the Garland property selling. Skylar called me. All right, cool. What's the biggest deal I've closed at our company? Nothing like life-changing, but like, oh, hold on, I unplugged my headphones, but you guys probably still hear me. I would say one was, they were both pocket listings. So that means that we had an agent connection. My bad. Hold on, I effed up my headphones. 1 second. I stepped on my cord. Give me a second here. I'm trying to figure out how to fix the audio. Audio. All right, now we're good. They were both a pocket listing. So an agent sent us the deal before they listed on MLS. They're like, hey, Max, hey, guys, is this something you guys want? We're going to list it on MLS, but, do you guys want it? I was like, yeah, I want it. One was 54,000 and one was I think like 50. So really good fees, but they, those higher end homes are, the more expensive the house, the more you're gonna make, right? So, and those came from years of nurturing relationships with agents. So those come probably once a year. They pay the bills for the year, and then all the other deals we get, like our little 5, 10K deals, those are your base hits. So the base hits, you get your base hits in, and then eventually you're gonna hit your home run. You just gotta make sure on your home run that you don't take advantage of the seller. You make sure the seller's still making a good amount of money, and then you also make sure your buyer's not losing money on the deal. So anyways, Anthony, Jay, you guys are just chilling?
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Oh, you're just chilling. All right, cool.
I sent you a deal, but
You sent me a deal?
he's not ready to be called yet. He said tomorrow. We made him an offer. I don't know if you want to read through the chat. You'll see
Okay, you sent to me.
230.
We gotta get on this contract. We gotta. Let me look at your lead here. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know. I'm going for my first base hit for real, dude. That's all you need, man. Base hits will eventually get you home runs.
Do you guys do do you guys do innovations, Max?
I do. I'll
Okay.
do them. I love them, dude, because I'm a licensed agent. It's just easy for me.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, bet. Yeah, but I'll do all your innovations. So how innovation works? I explained this in the last call, but innovation. So when you're wholesaling, you can offer someone cash, right? If they have a loan, you can offer to take over the loan, subject to. Then you can flip that. You can keep it for yourself, whatever you want. If they don't have a loan, you can be like, hey, can I pay you more money than I could pay you cash, but just over time in payments? That's seller financing. They don't want to do any of that creative weird stuff, but they
Right.
want cash, but they want too much cash. Usually like 10% more. Let's say you're within 10% on a deal, you're close. You can say, hey, what if we do something where I gave you your number just in a little bit of time? Hear me out here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to your house, I'm gonna make it HGTV beautiful, I'm gonna fix it up real nice. Between us guys, a lot of times you don't even need to fix up the house, you just clean it up real good, paint some stuff, fix a little few things, and then you take some beautiful pictures, hire a $200-$300 photographer, or if you're like me, you have expensive cameras, because I do YouTube, I go with my expensive cameras, I take some nice pictures, and then you list it with an agent, right? And when it sells, you pay the agent commissions, you pay all those simple rehab fees, you pay all the closing costs, and then you pay the seller, and whatever's left over, that's your profit. And you can make really good money doing novations. You're essentially wholesaling to Zillow, to the MLS. And yeah, I'll absolutely do those. I got all the contracts, man. I'm like ready. I'll do innovation right now. So
So this could be a potential innovation also.
this one,
no,
Yeah, it's really good.
let me
Next
look
one.
at this real quick, and then I'm probably gonna have to wrap this live stream up quickly, guys, so that I can help Anthony and Jay before I hit the gym with
So
my
real
dad.
quick, Nikki said the ARV is at 1.4, 1.5. Rehab's 120, and he's asking 800.
Guys, what is up with you guys with these high-end deals? Okay.
We double agent that one, and I gave him a low anchor at like 700 between like 700 to 750, and yeah, he mentioned 800. Like he's like, what? Like, so you can't be at 800, and I was like, no, like unfortunately, like
Nice.
as far as what my numbers are showing is between 700 and 750.
Nice house.
But we're thinking that like 800 works.
Real quick, yeah, I'll do Louisiana homes. I'll just connect you with a really good dispo partner out there to help you out. But yeah, I'll help you with underwriting them. Dude, this is a beautiful freaking house.
Yeah, it's really nice.
This is a gorgeous. Sorry, guys, I can't show you the property again. I'm sorry, but it's a mansion essentially. It's really nice. Zestimate on this thing is like 1.2 mils. Guy wants 800. They offered 700. They're close on it. Novation. And why does he not want to list on MLS?
Transaction fees.
Yeah.
Nikki's a licensed agent in Houston, dude. She could list it. Okay, here's another pitch. Yeah, we'll run. You'll have to. Let's ask Nikki to run these numbers. But if you can't get it, oh yeah, there you go, Nikki. Nikki, would you be down to list this? So what we could do is be like, hey man, we can give you 800K, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come in with my guys. If there's anything that needs to be fixed, we'll fix it up. But then we're essentially just gonna list this house on MLS. We're gonna market it. I know this guy named Max. He's a professional marketer. He'll make some. He's just gonna sell this house like lightning. And then our expert agent, the best of the business, Nikki, she's going to list it, and we're going to pay all the closing costs. We're going to pay all the agent commissions. We'll do all that rehab for free. And then when it sells, we're going to give you your 800K. I would give you 700K, man, but if we do this, I can actually get you 800K. So if you're willing to work with me here for a few months, I'm going to get you an extra 100K cash. How does this sound? Right? That's essentially the pitch. We just got to make sure the numbers pencil. So what'd you say as is value is? What can it sell for?
As is,
About as is, yeah.
I think about $1 million.
Okay, so if we sold it for $1 million,
Yeah.
we'd have a 3% agent commission on the buy side. That's 30 grand. We'd have closing costs and stuff. Call it at least two. So okay, so we have 50 grand. Yeah, the numbers pencil there. I mean, we could walk if we sold it for $1 million. It'd
Nikki's
probably
saying
be
ARP is 1.1-ish. Nikki's saying.
okay. Let me know what a as is value is. Like if we essentially just slapped it on MLS and
Yeah.
just made it a little bit nicer, we could walk away with about 100K in profit. Like that's a good day's work.
The only thing that you mentioned as far as repairs was just a roof. That was it. That if he would list it on market that
Yeah, we don't
wants to sell it that way, you want.
What we would probably do is offer like a buyer's concession of like $20,000 for the roof. A lot of times people just don't want to deal with the hassle of agents and stuff, and they're happy to make you do it. It's essentially like a net listing. So I would pitch it to him. Just double check with Nikki what as is value is, and we'll 1 million easy as is. I think we just do Nikki, maybe you just got to go walk this house. But if there's some simple repairs we could do to the property, it's just like, dude, these carpets are yellow because their dog pissed on it. Like that's something like we would fix before I put it on MLS. Or like this wall has a hole in it. Like, okay, sure, I'll fix that stuff so we don't sell it for 1 million. I could sell it for 1.2 just because we fix things. Nikki says she can go tomorrow. So just coordinate with Nikki on this one.
He has to speak with his wife, so I'm gonna have to call him tomorrow. He said he's gonna speak to his wife tonight.
Okay, yeah, then just make sure you stay on top of him, and then just based off of his feedback and what Nikki says, just be like, hey man, I don't want to bust your balls. Like this is another strategy I have. If you want me just to bust your balls and give you a quick 700K, sure, but I would actually prefer to go this route. And then Nikki, and then it's like, you don't trust me? Cool. I'm gonna have my team member Nikki come out and actually meet you tomorrow. That's probably gonna help his guys, because this guy, he's not like he's $100,000 house and he doesn't know the idea of anything, right? This guy's probably really knowledgeable. So having a face that he can talk to, like Nikki, would probably really calm his nerves.
Yeah, that'll be good.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking Texas because you're there and definitely would be able to help out a lot.
That's why everyone in the Discord pretty much focuses Texas, because I'm here. But,
Makes sense.
yeah, it helps. It helps when you have one person that you can use for everything. PPL or cold calling, county lists. Driving for dollars too. I like driving for dollars. All right, guys. Work with Nikki on this one.
Gotcha.
Nikki, if you need my novation calculator, let me know. I'll send it to you.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Anything
All right, thank
else
you, Max. I'll end up heading out.
I appreciate you guys. I got a call.
Hey,
Thanks,
Jack,
Max.
well, hey, we gotta group text me. Do you guys have my number?
Yeah.
Okay, group text me. Let's figure out this contract thing. I don't want this lady to go talk to Alex and you guys lose your deal.
All right. Let me. Yeah. Got you. I'll do it.
All right, dope live stream. See you guys later. Bye.
all right, cool. Thank you, Max. Appreciate it. Later.